Kia ora team, welcome back to another vlog. Happy Wednesday. We are jumping in this week with a week of training. We are in week 3 of my new training block. Super exciting. I've jumped into a strength phase, so all my structural balance is done pretty much. We're going to have like a little bit in my accessories moving forward, but for the most part we're just getting stronger, then bigger, then stronger, then bigger, then stronger, then bigger, to prep me for next season, which is super exciting. So yeah, I'll bring you along for all of my strength sessions this week. And I just also really wanted to have a bit of a heart-to-heart with you guys about where I'm at mentally as an athlete in off-season. I've talked about it a bit on my vlog this time last year. I'm pretty new to YouTube, but I'll do my best. I'll link it somewhere here so you guys can check that out if you'd like. But off season is usually the hardest period for athletes mentally, and I'm finding it exceptionally hard this year. Over the past few years I've had either massive endurance paddles, and I've gone over to Australia for what I would say is like our B season, so popping over there to race in their season, whether it was as a patient or at Worlds. So I've always had a very busy off season, and I don't this year. I'll be very honest. I am so uncomfortable at the moment, and I don't think that that's a bad thing. I think it's a good thing, but it is. It's so hard, guys. It's so hard. Like, you have no idea how icky this whole thing feels for me. I'm used to training and working really hard, and to have such a long period of time where I'm not even doing my sport, like I'm not doing any surf sessions at all, which is wild. So I'm not seeing my teammates. I'm feeling a bit disconnected from them because we're just all doing our own thing over winter, which is cool, which is so chill. I love them and I miss them. And I'm not doing any beach sprints. I'm not doing any swimming. I had a really good chat with my S&C coach, and he was basically like, look, I want you to have a proper off season. I want you to really dial in what we're doing in the gym, and then bring in the conditioning side of things as needed, rather than like super early and overtrain it. That being said, I've been looking at different ways I can do my swimming this year so that I'm not absolutely burning myself out, and I'm doing sessions that are more energy system specific. I think I've got a really cool option ahead, which is very exciting. But for the meantime, I'm just doing 4 strength sessions a week, and that feels very odd and very wrong, and it's taking a little bit to kind of get okay with. Your girl likes working hard, and so when I feel like there's not much volume there, it just feels very different. And again, different is not bad. I do a lot, not only for my clients and for the gym that I work at, but also for my community and surf lifesaving, for myself, for the people I love. And so working hard is not the problem, but it's going, are there ways that we can work smarter so we bring a better package, bring a better presence and performance next year? And while it's uncomfortable, it is for the best, and I need to figure out how to adapt with that. There's also like the added kind of FOMO of not doing Australian season this year. It was really cool over the weekend watching all the live streams of all the competitors at Aussie Nationals. Honestly, well done to anyone that competed. Southwest Rocks is such a cool spot, and the level of competition and yeah, just all the athletes in Aussie elite, it's so cool. I am such a fan of seeing awesome people do awesome things in sport, and sometimes that awesome person gets to meet me, and that's really cool. But when it's not, I am everyone's biggest cheerleader. I wish I was there. You have no idea how much I wish I was there, but it was just really cool cheering on, especially all the people that I know putting out really solid performances, some getting incredible results. So congrats if that's you. Well done. And I can't wait to see you guys all there next year. It's going to be sick. And my teammates locked in. It's happening, which is really exciting. I'm saving up for it. I am doing a wee bit of like I guess, mental prep and planning and figuring out how to kind of make everything happen. And yeah, looking into like how we can get access to some coaching or something. So that's the kind of season I'm in. I'm resting, I'm recharging, but I'm feeling quite uncomfortable doing it and trying to be okay with that. Also looking at it as an opportunity. Right, that's enough about me being uncomfortable as all heck and trusting the process. I'm gonna go into the gym now, and yeah, I've got a lower body day. Again, it feels really good to be building towards some bigger numbers again. So yay. Super excited for that. And yeah, I'll bring you along for a week of training. And I also want to share the 2 mottos that I've been trying to implement and use in my training and just in life in general. So yeah, I'll fill you in on those soon.
Rusty, oh my gosh.
Like I mentioned earlier, I actually filmed a mindset strategies for athletes over the off-season video, vlog, whatever you want to call it. This time last year, I'll be honest, it's rough, it's raw, the audio is terrible, but those mindset strategies are ones that I applied last year and the ones I'm still applying this year. I am working on a few new ones, but they're not quite concrete yet, so when they are, I'll share them. But for the meantime, I thought I would share the 2 mottos that I've used as a theme for the year and a bit of a driving force, bit of inspiration. I've got them everywhere, honestly. I've got them on my laptop screensaver, on my phone screensaver. I've got them on post-its, on my mirror, in the bathroom, on my work desk, at home. And they've just been really kind of driving and shaping how I show up this year. So don't hate me, they're both very boat centric. I'm an IB racer. What do you expect? The first one is burn the boats. Now, sounds counterintuitive. I'm not here about to burn the boats that we spent so much money fundraising and getting grants for. That's not going to happen. The saying comes from when a man named Hernan Cortez conquered Mexico. He arrived on the shores and he immediately turned around to his men and said, burn the boats. He literally got them to burn their ships, so there was no option of returning home. There was no backup plan, no retreat, just one direction forward. So I take that as know what you want, know that it's going to happen, and work your absolute tail off to make that happen. There is no use in just relying on safety nets or just sitting there and hoping one day maybe this thing will happen. If you want something in life, work towards it and achieve it. Get delusional and do the impossible thing. A lot of people said I couldn't do the cook straight, and here I am. A lot of people said it was crazy to do some of the things I've done in terms of my studies, and I've achieved them. It's amazing what you can do when you view the impossible as possible and you just run full noise towards it. So burn the boats, because when there's no option to return to who you were, you show up differently and you achieve crazy things. My second one was actually said by JFK, and that is a rising tide lifts all boats. Now, you guys have heard me say this before. It's been my mantra for a long time. I'm such a fan of sportsmanship and seeing a sport progress, and I am mad about this sport. I love it with everything I've got. I've always been someone that values community, and we have such an epic one, not just in surf lifesaving New Zealand as a whole, but in IRB racing. And it is so cool to see everyone leveling up and pushing each other to be better. Because at the end of the day, I want to be the best athlete I can be, but I also want the young development athletes in my club that I'm coaching to be the best athletes they can be. I want the girls, the incredible women that I'm racing, to be the best athletes they can be. I want to see all the age groups level up. I want to see the sport level up. I want to see everyone being so badass and incredible at this sport so that the level of competition is through the roof. When the sport rises as a whole, everyone is forced to level up. Everyone performs better and is challenged to be more than they currently are. Again, I'm a massive fan of sportsmanship. I want to be the best of the best, and that does not come from being a bad sport and pushing other teams down. I want this sport to grow. I want the sport to develop. As I rise, I want to bring other people up with me. And I try to apply this to every area of my life. Again, I'm not here to push other people down. A rising tide truly does lift all boats. So yeah, burn the boats and a rising tide lifts all boats. Those are my two mottos that are driving me and kind of the theme of my year this year. So I hope they give you a little bit of inspiration like they have me. And anyway, we're going to get on with the next day of training.